Hello, Chris from My Stamp Lady, and I'm here to make a shaker card for you with the white Mica Flakes. So I'm also going to be using the Santa Sleigh and the time of year and the labeler alphabet stamp sets. Okay, to start off with, I'm going to make the shaker part. This is overhead projector film, and they do still sell it, even though overhead projectors aren't used that much. I did check before I made this, and I've had a box of it forever, and so this is what I'm using for my window. And then I'm going to make the shaker piece out of 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. So to start off, I have my layering circles dies, and I'm going to use the largest oval that I have. And I am placing that down on this Whisper White piece. And you notice I'm placing it towards the top a little bit. I want to leave some space down here so that I can add my stamps and my die cut image. So I placed that on a magnetic platform, and I'm placing my oval where I would like it, and I'll run that through the Big Shot. Now I would like to add a little bit of the tree embossing to this card front. Be sure to cut your oval first, because if you do the embossing first and then cut the oval, you'll squish your embossing. So I'm placing this inside of the Woodlands folder, and this will emboss this tree design on my card front. Now I've already done a background, so this is just a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I've run through the Big Shot with the Woodlands folder, and then this is my front, and this way I have the embossing running through the front and the back. Now it's time to prepare the shaker part, so I'm going to put down my adhesive here, and this is so that my window sheet will sit between the hole and my whatever I'm putting inside the shaker. Okay, so let's place down that clear window sheet, and that's just going over there. So now I have my hole covered with the window sheet. I'm using the foam adhesive strips to go around that oval, so I'll take off 1 foam adhesive strip, although it's going to take just a bit more than 1 foam adhesive strip. So I will first of all line this up along the edge of my oval, and you'll see that I run out of foam adhesive strip before I get completely around, so I'm going to use a second one. Placing that just inside of that cut oval so that you can't see it from the front. There's a little section to fill in that last little bit here. Press that down so it's pressed down nice and firm onto that plastic or to the window sheet. I'm also going to use foam adhesive strip to prop it up along the edges, so I'm just putting this along the edge so that I don't have it, so that it doesn't sag in the center here. So I've taken a foam adhesive strip and just placed that along each side. Before you remove the backing, put in your Mica Flakes so that they don't stick to that exposed area. I'm dropping those in the center. One more little bit. Okay, so I have my Mica Flakes in the center. Now I'll remove that backing and then I'm going to place this piece of embossed Whisper White cardstock over the top here. I did not remove the sides yet. Okay, I'm pressing that down. Okay, so then there, now you can see I have my Mica Flakes for my snow inside my shaker. Before I put this down on the sides, I can actually remove this one. But before I put down this side, I know that I want to add a piece of this garden green baker's twine. So I'm going to just wrap that in between these 2 sides here. Wrap that around twice. And I can even just finish it up later with the bow, but I wanted to get it in between the front and the back before I sealed down that side. Now that I have that on there, I can remove that tape from that last piece of foam adhesive, and press that down. So my shaker card is really one complete unit at this point. So now I'm going to go ahead and make the parts that will embellish the bottom here. So I have already stamped my reindeer and my tree, so now it just takes the dies to go over those and run them through the Big Shot. This is Tip Top Taupe reindeer stamped onto Tip Top Taupe cardstock, and this is Garden Green tree stamped onto Garden Green cardstock. With this Christmas from the Time of Year stamp set, I've stamped it in Cherry Cobbler ink on Whisper White cardstock, cut it out with a bunch of banners banner. And so that's going to go here. Then I want to add, and I'm using the labeler set with some Garden Green ink to add the word joy. So I'm going to do these separately. I like them done individually. You can get the letters a little bit closer. So there's my J. So there's my word joy, and I am going to use this banner to cut it out. Now you notice this has quite a bit of extra space. So what I'm going to do is take my platform, put this down. I'm going to line it up so that this banner is tucked over here, and I'm leaving all the extra space to this right side, and then I'll run it through again. So let me cut this out and then I'll show you. So cut out the first one, and then I'll take my second one and I line it up side to side so that the sides are lined up, scoot over my die. So now I'm going to just cut that extra part off and run it through again. And then I wind up with the little miniature joy that's cut down. I want to add some of that. Mica Flake package also comes with the gold and the green, but I am using the white. And I want to add some of that to my snow, or add some snow to my tree here. So I'm going to use the fine tip glue, and I'm adding quite a bit of glue. And I'm just going to go over and add those flakes. I'm going to do part of it before that dries. Drop that on there. Let's add some more glue here. There we go. And then I'll set this aside and let that dry. So now I have some snow on my tree. Now I'm going to put my card together. I'm going to put down some of the fast views on my card background there. Okay. And the reason I haven't tied this yet is because I want to make sure I know where I want my bow to go. So I'm still kind of just letting that be there until I get more of this done. Okay, let's put down the tree. I'll put that tree right there. Put down the reindeer, and I'm just using mini glue dots to put those down. I am going to use dimensionals to put down the Mary. I'm going to use dimensionals to put down that Mary. Let's put that about right there. And then that last little bit of joy, that last little piece here of joy. And let's put that down. I'm just tucking that right underneath there. Christmas joy. Now to finish up my bow here with my green baker's twine, okay, the reason I left it is I wanted to be able to figure out where I want that bow right at the top of the Christmas tree here. But before I do that, I'm going to add 2 of the red mini jingle bells. I'm going to put 1 on each side. Okay, a little tip about tying this bow. I have taken just a little mini glue dot and put that there, and that's going to hold that knot in place where I want it as I'm trying to tie the bow. So then just tie the bow. And a little note about adding those jingle bells. A really inexpensive needle threader really helps with those. However, just a word of warning, you can get them in your sewing section at stores. They are very, very delicate, and I broke mine right before coming on. So buy a couple, get a couple of those. And so I had to do it the little bit more difficult way of trying to get it through there. But get one of those, invest in one of those needle threaders. It helps a lot. Okay. Okay, and there you go. And there you have your shaker card. Let's see, it's kind of hard to see on camera with the white on white, but there you can see the snow going. And you have a shaker card to send off. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris, at mystamplady.com. All of these supplies are available in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks so much for stamping with me today, and have a great day.